them as my tools, you know.
Yeah, it's another tool, right? That you want can't be without, or you just everything is gone. You can't do
Yes.
nothing without it.
So
Mm-hmm.
when we're looking at that, this is important, and you know, this is also the time for change. When we're looking at the energy, and when we're
Yeah.
looking at what's going on, we're just gone through the solstice, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh, enormous ultraviolet mega storms on, not just on planet Earth, but on planet Venus, on
On all the planets, wow.
all
The
the
other
planet.
planets too, wow.
Because I study also, I started to look more deeply into you know uh, that what you call it, cosmic website that I get. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, mine, I go on space weather. They usually
yeah,
tell me a lot of the time.
spaceweather.com. Okay,
That's it.
uh,
Yeah, that's a very good site. Yeah.
it's an excellent site. I remember years ago mentioning it to everybody for quite a while, and I go into deep reading of it. And they were talking about this week the enormous solar flares that have been released and that are arriving now on Earth, right?
Wow. Yeah.
That's what created some of the heat dome.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. What we're going through now, sure.
okay, so that's
Mm-hmm.
the electromagnetic chart that they were showing.
Mm-hmm.
The Earth hasn't had this kind of electrical activity in about over a decade.
Wow.
Okay, we're talking about high peak. It's a very sensitive electrical consciousness. I call that consciousness because
Mm.
when we
Yeah.
think about because we are electrical beings.
Right. Yeah.
Remember the stratosphere has been very diminished. Also, there's a lot of
Right.
places. There's a lot of places right now that the Earth has stratospheric holes in it. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
and this is affecting the planet, like it or not,
Right.
guys. I mean,
Sure would be. Yeah, I could see. Definitely.
you know, and those things, people on the news and all that, they don't take. They're really, you know,
No, they just want to do, I call them doom and gloom. Yeah.
yeah, they want to scare you to death.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. Yeah, all they
You know,
can think of is all the dirt, all the
yeah, it's
bad,
like
negative things. Yeah,
keep you scared. That means people spend more money on scare stuff, right?
yeah, very
And that's
negative.
very, yeah, very negative. Bad things happen that way, right? We
Yeah,
are, remember, we are at the end of an era.
that's right. It's doing a lot of
This
things,
is
that's
the
for sure.
last. I'm going to keep repeating that. So the end of this is over. Till next
Hmm.
April. This is the last year of the Forerunner. The Forerunner began 100 years ago. And 100 years ago was what we call the hierarchical conclaves. Okay, every 125 years, apparently, in the annals of energy. Okay,
Hmm.
the Christ and the energy of the hierarchy, love and wisdom on this planet that we have become, right? Uh, is taking shape right now, and we're going to share the screen because I want to talk about that through the colors of the energy that we get to live through right now. This is significant. Now, I don't
Mm.
know. This is not things that once you know them, you don't want to avoid them. You want to watch it. You want
Be
to take,
aware. Yeah, be aware. Yeah.
you want to care enough to say, hey, I paid attention to this, and this is another factor that is contributing to our behavior,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? So when we're looking at the today's chart, okay, like
Mm.
the amazing opportunity that we have to look at the esoteric colors of the energy,
Mm-hmm.
We see that.
That
Okay,
second ray, wow.
that second
For
ray
the inner. Yeah,
is
for the
the
inner.
inner within,
Yeah.
right? Our energy.
Wow.
What is Cancer? We are moving. We are in the Cancer solstice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is the opposition of Cancer?
The other side of Cancer, I can't remember.
Capricorn.
Look at my chart. Oh,
It's
Capricorn. That's right,
okay.
Capricorn. Yeah.
So what and we have the
Mm-hmm.
moon in Capricorn, right? And
Right.
Earth in Capricorn right now. In
Yeah.
Cancer, we have Earth and moon in Cancer, okay? But in
Mm-hmm.
the fourth house, but it is in the sign of Capricorn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
You see
Mm-hmm.
these retrogrades also there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's a
Yeah.
lot of home movement at this moment. The opposite of Cancer is the 10th house, right? The 10th house.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the 10th house, the sun is there, right?
Right. Mercury, Venus, they're all sitting in that one. Yeah.
The whole shebang. Okay, we're
And yeah,
having
all
this,
in
and
Cancer.
then we have
Mm-hmm.
Vulcan. Vulcan, see that little arrow down? This is a hidden planet. It's called
Oh, I
Vulcan.
see. Okay, that's Vulcan, the
That's
25 degrees.
Vulcan,
Yeah.
and that's what
Gemini.
Vulcan is like right on the cusp of Gemini, right now.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're looking at what is Vulcan. It is the metal, is the meddling, the form, forming, putting together the signature of the form, right? Cancer is form. It's a birth birthing sign, you know. It is constant in movement, but it is also the safety of home, knowing the mother. All right. This moment is very significant for us because Vulcan, the sun,
Mm-hmm.
Mercury, Venus, and Mercury is playing a role in the opposite of the moon that we're about to move in the next few hours.
Yeah, it's working there. Yeah.
You see, the moon's going to go over the
Mm-hmm.
earth here, right?
Yeah.
Into Capricorn because we're having a
Right. Mm-hmm.
Capricorn full moon by the end of the day, right? So getting
Mm-hmm.
closer. So
Yeah.
this moon is just getting there, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're playing with that energy that is significant. Vulcan is always like the forger, the you know what I mean, the metal maker. Uh,
Yeah.
put your foot in the metal, my buddy.
Metal to the pedal. Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's funny. Yeah.
So but it is exactly that energy. We're looking in the exterior of the world, the outer world. Okay, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
will, there's red, there's this amount, and there's no love. There's like
Oh,
people are in the outer world. They're not looking for wisdom. They're looking for reaction. Okay,
yeah.
and hopefully that reaction becomes intelligent reaction, right? Creative activity. Third ray is intelligence. So
Mm-hmm.
when it's creative activity, the fourth ray is harmonizing conflict, putting
Mm-hmm.
together groups of people that will harmonize each other, right? We're
That's a
moving
good one.
into,
Yeah.
yeah, and in the outer world, people need to listen to science right now. That heat dome is a serious thing.
Yeah.
The electromagnetic fields are so hyped up, right? That we are all also reacting to it. Remember, our body is 70% water.
Yeah. I feel
What
like
is
it's in the boiling these days.
and what is Cancer? It's a water sign,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Nurturing. It's like knowing the inner, what you got inside, but there's a shell on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Your shell,
Yeah.
your veil. But this is present within all of us right now. That is for some people, it's very static. Okay, it's like stagnant, static.
Yeah.
and it's going to hit the right friction. It's going to light up. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Yeah.
Because Capricorn is also, we're having a moon in Capricorn. For it's also accomplishment. What accomplishment as humanity completed? We are the last year, the Forerunner, 100 years. In those 100 years, in the last 60, well, more than that, we have to be consciously aware that we have become very internal awareness also, not just coming from the outside, but people more and more and more are learning how are you, or they see how you are immediately. That is something that was not present 25, 30 years ago. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
they were more detached. They were more, but now they know, but they're more in their phone.
Yeah.
Then
That's a problem right there. Yeah.
they can't see the personality. They can't see the aura of the person through the phone.
No, you can't. That's one thing they don't realize. Yeah.
And there's ways to do that through the phone, but you got to use a lot of the Curlian photography, right?
Yeah.
To
You're
be
right.
able to
Yeah.
to
To
see
see
that.
that. Yeah.
So what are we
Mm-hmm.
going through this week, Renee? It's going to be an enormous amount of. Remember, we've been pressure cooked, right? The dome,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
the
for
heat
sure.
dome.
Yeah.
What it does is like all the condensation is getting into the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a pressure cooker coming. You can't exit it because it doesn't let go.
No, it's not letting go. Another week of it. Yeah.
It's like the energy is from the bottom to the top, right? Like it or
Mm-hmm.
not, you're in that bubble with everybody else.
That's
Okay.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Look at it that way. And you know
Well,
how
it's
bubbles
true. Yeah.
sometimes you put where pressure on both and you see it coming to like thicker. Okay, that
Yeah.
thickness. Okay, we're going. That thickness is very volatile.
Oh, well, for sure. Yeah. People are cranky because of the heat.
Yeah, it's like, and people that can't be by themselves or don't have the luxury to imagine the extreme of the physical condition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just, and there's a lot more of that on the planet right now that are praying through all that misery. And that, look at us, we're talking over the internet right now. We
Yeah.
live in peaceful homes. We know
Mm-hmm.
out there it's not, but
Mm.
we allow people in our lives that we get along with, and it is a good, uh, a wonderful experience. Or we've learned to make it a wonderful experience because of our studies, we appreciate
Mm.
more every moment, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that there's more of a need of people like us right now that goes
Mm-hmm.
toward the positive and say,
Yeah.
understand we're in a pressure cooker. Exactly, that's what we're in.
And I'm sure they all feel it, so they know
We
something's
all feel it.
happening.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've had a lousy month. Okay, it's like not lousy as far as I felt lousy. I felt
Yeah. So
I
much going on. Yeah.
I felt unproductive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I felt guilty. I felt
Mm-hmm.
responsible, right? All of the
Mm-hmm.
things that you probably felt too.
Yeah.
And 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 we have that I'm not doing enough moment we had this month. Or what is it I'm not getting? You know,
Yeah.
uh,
It was hard to find that point because of
yes,
everything that's going on. Yeah.
because of the expansion in the middle. Okay, it's like
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
so.
know.
So a
Same.
couple of
Yeah.
days ago, when we were moving in, like a few, maybe a day and a half ago, I had a moment of
Mm-hmm.
light. I had a moment of appreciate. Oh, okay. It's just moments of the integration. I could see that we were being pressured, and I could get along with that, Renee. you know,
Yeah.
because suddenly there was like, just let it be. Don't make it be anything.
Yeah. Just go with the flow, right?
But yeah, but it's not. Sometimes you go with the flow. You're still kind of like, what am I looking for? This
Yeah.
time it's like, just let it be and don't make it be. You
Just
know,
ride, just ride through it. Yeah.
nothing. It's like that roller coaster that we get on, and suddenly it's going, it's going, it's going, and but you can control the dive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can- Cancer is the energy of creation of with all the other three components that we begin at the beginning of this new zodiac here, right? Aries, Taurus, and
Right.
what do you mean? Gemini. We're closing, right? So
Yeah.
that Cancer is, and it's dealing with Capricorn moon, right? Completions. A lot of people in that compression are going to be leaving this, in this new rebirth. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, Remember, we keep in mind we're six-ray souls, right? Many of us are like, we lost a really good actor yesterday,
Yeah.
and
I
and,
seen that. Yeah.
and Sutherland, Donald Sutherland,
Yeah. Yeah. He was really great.
he was one of the
Great
greatest.
actor. Great
That's
actor.
right.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a couple more coming on, right? Right.
Yeah.
The really meaty, I would say, like more volume people, like you will pay attention. There's going to be a couple more deaths like that, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's going to be in media because Gemini,
Oh,
Jupiter,
Gemini. Yeah. And Jupiter.
Jupiter
Right.
just entered Gemini for a year. Okay. And we know Mercury is about also being the sage in many ways. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also about removing things
Okay. Removing. Yeah.
to give space for new things.
Right. That's right. We give up something. You to leave a space for something new to come in.
You
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
We've
I know. I
been,
got to get rid of so much crap. Maybe I'll find space coming through. You don't
yeah,
realize how much you have till you're looking for something,
yeah. It's
and then
like,
you go crazy.
so
Yeah.
this week that we're going to be living through, Renee, I mean,
Hmm.
there's so many changes that are, uh, if you look at what I just explained about the compression we're in,
Yeah.
just going to light up.
Wow. Yeah. Like a firecracker, right?
It will. Okay. But we are also very fortunate at the same time. We're going to have Saturn and Neptune going retrograde. Okay. And this will give us kind of like a finality of the tone of the that we needed to retrieve certain things to complete them. That
Right.
retrograde. When I
Yeah. We
see
need that.
retrograde, I understand that to be, you know, retrieving something that needs to be completed, that was not adjusted while it was there, right? The
Right.
boundaries, the lessons that have been learned, and what needs to be released with Saturn in the 12th
Hmm.
house. We have not been here for 200 and something years, for 48 years, okay? In
Wow.
that sign
Yeah.
of completion.
Hmm.
Saturn hasn't been there for 30 years, right?
That's right. Because it's a slow moving planet, right?
It's yeah. So there's a lot of Saturn returns, right? Second Saturn returns right now, and third
Mm.
Saturn returns right now.
Wow. Yeah. That'd be the 90. Wow.
Pay attention. Let's all pay
Wow.
attention to that.
Yeah. How many is still here at 90? Yeah.
Well, there's many more than it's ever been.
Yeah, I'm sure because we're baby boomers. Yeah. There's a big
Well, uh,
bunch of us. Yeah.
The length of age declining just started about what 15, 20 years ago. The declination of the population, as
Mm-hmm.
far as the dying age.
Right.
We were way up there. I can't remember exactly the number, right? 84, right?
Yeah.
84 is those the expectancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it started to decline now, because of all the stress, the trauma, not only the oscillation of the planet. Also,
Mm.
the planet calculates for itself. It's a lot more intelligence than us. That it's going to
Yeah.
create an understanding. This is the third Saturn return for the baby boomers. There might never be
Mm.
another population that get third Saturn returns.
Yeah. Wow. That's right. If the age is decreasing, yeah.
You know, but people
I
talk
thought they
about,
were living longer, though. I thought, or is it
we
just?
have been living longer, but people are not paying attention that there's a declination in population also. No, they like to go in the fear part. There's too many people. We can't
Yeah, I
feed them
know.
all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Right. They don't realize that a lot of leaving.
But there's a lot of land
Mm.
on this planet. Okay. There's a lot
It
of
sure is. Yeah.
resources.
There is. Yeah.
There's a lot of altitude that people live on that I wouldn't even consider.
Yeah. I don't know how they live in the deserts and all that. That's hard.
That little Capricorn soul, that up at the top of the mountain,
Oh,
they're
top of the mountain, I
few.
could see. Yeah. I could see living top of the mountain, but I can't see living in the desert. That's
Hmm.
awful. Yeah. Yeah.
So we got to look at all the end of an age. We're not at the beginning of an age. We're
Hmm.
concluding an age.
Right.
It's like when I watched that series called, I've been watching the series Chosen, winner,
Right. Yeah.
and
That's right.
it's
Yeah.
it's magnificent, except that now that I'm going to say something that I don't want to say. I'm just so sick about it. But now that the evangelical whatever people guy, another person that has been proven to be a pervert, is
Right.
making me,
Right.
it drives me crazy, Renee.
I know. I
It
understand completely.
it
Yeah.
drives me up. I can't. I believe in Jesus. But I don't believe in any man. Okay, I mean, I just can't. So we don't
Yeah.
want to change the subject now.
Yeah. Right. We got to get off that. That could take
I,
days to go through. Right.
I I haven't been able to like deal with that, Renee.
Yeah. I know, but it's there.
And emotionally, magnetically, there's nothing that you can say to me that makes any of that correct.
No. Yeah. I don't think it's just being fixed in your mind. It's just it's not right. Something is
It's
wrong.
just
Yeah.
not correct. I mean, they call themselves leaders. I'm scared.
Mm, yeah, that's yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen there, right?
As far as that's concerned. These little kids that gets abused, I'm scared for them. And now they are making it like, oh, he's a leader of this and that. So he's saying mea culpa. That's okay. He said he's sorry, but all about these lives that have been destroyed.
Lots changing,
I
you
am,
know.
yeah. So for
Uh,
me, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God, like nobody's business. Okay. But I don't believe any of them.
well, yeah, it's a tough thing to to
I
go
admire your
through. Yeah.
art, but there's nothing, nothing tells me that 20 years from now, you're not going to turn out to be that person. So I can't take a chance because it's been proven in every freaking religion,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of things people don't believe in these days that it's just it's shocking to see some of the things. Yeah.
I pray and dream for the time where wish will come in 1,000 years, maybe, for the time where there is a population populating the planet with that hasn't been completely traumatized the way we have been.
Yeah, loving kindness. Yep. Gonna see it. I'm waiting for it.
Me too. You know, uh, And there was a time that we could have gone, but gone that way when Tesla, when he created that the electricity for everybody, and then you got these other idiots twisting else and says, "Oh no, I got to have a profit." And Tesla says,
All
"Well,
right. Money, money, money.
you
Yep.
know," and
That's it.
Tesla back
Yeah.
then said, "Well, it'd be a really good idea, productive people." You know, it
There's
was
a lot of
switched.
things they wanted to bring in and they wouldn't allow it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but if now they're talking about bringing that kind of stuff in after all that destruction, you dumb whatever. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm talking about you dumb animal, human you. Okay, you
yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
you dumb animal, human you. You do you realize what you're doing? You're tribe, you know,
No,
whatever.
they don't realize what they're doing until
So
damage is done and then it's too late.
so let's pay attention, Renee. Right
Yeah.
now, the younger generation that's very active in on our planet, Gen
Hmm.
Z, okay?
Oh, that's Gen Z,
Sagittarius
isn't it?
soul.
Yeah.
Sagittarius
Sagittarius soul.
soul, 13 years. There's 13 years of Gen Z. Okay, Gen Z is between 1995 to 2008. Okay, these are the younger people moving into places of power. Okay, we want
Right.
them there.
Yeah, that's right. They may bring some good in there.
Well, he's better than that. Gen Z,
Yeah.
Gen Z Sagittarius. We're talking about I see the goal, I achieve the goal, and I move on. You know, they don't get
Yeah.
attached. They don't get attached to one specific, but they're attached to one specific. It's truth. They are attached to
The
one thing,
truth. Yeah,
the
that's
truth.
good. Yeah.
So these souls subatomically
Hmm.
are integrating the population at this time as we are exiting the population. Okay.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of amazing work happening that is in the unseen. And then we
Hmm.
have our Capricorn energy generation that ends this year,
Hmm.
um, that are 20 years old, that, you know, because it's starting
The
to,
20-year-olds. Okay.
yeah, the 20-year-old and down and lower. Okay.
Hmm.
Those are called not just the Capricorn generation, but they're really going to be called the Alpha generation. You know,
Okay.
they're
Yeah.
coming in with a new content.
That's a good thing. Yeah, it
You know,
really is.
remember Capricorn, they're working. Okay.
Hmm.
Capricorn is, they have been proven workers.
Right.
You know, they come in
Hmm.
loaded with all the stuff that we wish we'd have been loaded with.
Really. Yeah.
No kidding. You know,
Yeah. It's a nice thought to know at least something's going to change for the better.
yeah, we have all the signs there that's proving to us in the unseen
Hmm.
the benefits of all of these things happening. Okay, so when people
Hmm.
go in that compression, you know, that we're living through right now, the heat
Hmm.
dome,
Yeah.
we by understanding what's going on, we have a better distribution of our own personal energy where we don't go off like balloons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. At the deep end, right? Off the deep end is right. Yeah.
You know those balloons you let go and it goes all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Let the air out and it goes. Yeah.
That is happening. Okay, so this heat dome is got. It's like it's yeah, it's amazing. It's not
Yeah.
comfortable, but
They're
when you
full of
look at
hot air, right?
but when you but when you look at the energy, it really explains itself, right?
Sure.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
So this what the date is 21st next week.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving into Saturn return. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
tonight and the next night is like the Capricorn full moon, but we
Mm-hmm.
also Saturn return for a lot of people is going to be on, instead of going forward, Saturn is going to go return. It's going to go a few degrees back for a little while, and
Yeah,
I'm going to check
retrograde.
that time. And it's after a couple, I think a couple of weeks after that, or a week after that, Neptune goes return, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
12th house.
Yeah, what's gonna happen with that?
That remember a lot of completion.
Mm.
A lot of world leaders, if you look at their
12th
chart,
house. Sure, 12th
if
house.
you go see world leaders, 12th house, you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uh, that are in past their second Saturn return, mid toward their third Saturn return, right?
Mm-hmm.
Midway, that's their Pluto opposition, right? And
Right.
it's and yeah, it's very iffy. If I was those people that age, I'd make sure
Mm.
I'm freaking good.
Yeah, right. Need
Not,
help there somewhere,
I'd
right?
be repenting, okay, big time if I did anything. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because if you look in the way of the Essenes, Renee,
Mm-hmm.
when you do something to somebody, you're gonna suffer 7 lives.
Oh, like the mirror.
Yeah,
The
well,
mirror. Yeah.
yeah, that's probably where it comes from. Okay,
Yeah, I bet.
and
Yeah.
and if you don't heed it, it's 7 times 10.
Wow.
It comes to 77 times. Okay,
Wow.
something like that. If you don't, yeah, I don't want to spend 77 live in hell. Okay, uh,
No. Terrible place to be, right?
I'm I'm coming out of a 77. It seems. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's right. You want to get better things, right?
Well, we all feel sometimes at the end of our lives, coming to what closer to it. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's been 77 years of learning, or seven. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. You gained a
Uh,
lot of knowledge in 77 years. Hopefully you learned something by it.
well, some people haven't.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Yeah.
So what do we do with those people, Renee?
It's
So that's
from
where you learn, right?
mm-hmm.
That's when this new age it's not a new age, it's a new beginning of time. It's a new era of time that we are in the interlude. Okay, we're
Right.
closing an age and we're assigning better talents and skills to the new age, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it takes a moment to put all of these players in position.
Yeah.
It takes for them to grow up. It takes-
Yeah, it's true. They got to grow up. Give them a chance to grow up the right way. Yeah.
and before you know it, you talk about your grandchildren being teenagers, and you're
Okay.
going,
Yeah.
"Oh, those are those people that we were
Mm-hmm.
talking about." So
Mm-hmm.
we're paying better attention to what we're putting in those little brains.
That is my grandchildren. They are in their 20s.
Mm-hmm. That is your grandchildren,
That's right.
and you
What are
want to
they going to
feed their
accomplish?
brain. You want to keep the subtlety of their brain very flexible, like
Mm.
especially the Capricorn people, they those little young 20 years old, and you
Mm.
got to think about um, what they are, what has been set in there for them. You look at the
Mm.
degree that they were born, and you go, ho ho ho, it gives you an instinct of
Yeah, I got their charts too. I can check them out.
yeah, and check that for those because you're going to get a, a volume of information, Renee.
Oh, I'm sure.
You look at their Pluto, and then you go to their nodes, okay, and that's
Mm-hmm.
going to tell you very much where they're coming from. And then you check their the Saturn and the Venus and all that. But this is like an opportunity for us to really support them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we want to support the when you notice those children, they're going to get toward the 27. If these That's your responsibility to make sure that you heed that number. you know we see,
Right.
because challenges will come in there,
Oh,
like
I'm
it or not.
sure. Yeah, that's right. They may not think, but
Okay, but
yeah.
they're not, they haven't thought about it, they didn't plan for this, whatever. You want to go in there and say, hey, don't worry about it, don't get depressed about that. This is something that's
Yeah,
being removed because you weren't supposed to be there you
that's
know
right. Yeah, they get worried about what's happened already, but it's not going to be like that.
yeah, so you can, give it a new motive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of what's call it, killing themselves. Yeah,
Yeah, I
uh,
don't want to see them. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Committing suicide. Yeah,
yeah.
suicides.
There's a lot of suicides between
Yeah, I know,
27
because they
and a
don't.
half
They
and
see what's happening and they don't want to be there because it's awful.
it's their first Saturn return.
Yeah,
They
that's
haven't
right.
they haven't compartmentalized what
No.
they've done with the last year, those 27 years, that were going to help them move into the next 27, 28 years, with the talents, skills, and opportunity they have for them. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, most haven't had the guidance. You know,
Oh, yeah, it's been terrible that they haven't because everything's so crazy. Nobody's
no,
paying attention to them. Yeah.
they've been raised in going to school with the fear for their life.
Yeah, they keep seeing all the shootings and whatnot going on.
What the
Sure.
heck is that? I mean, imagine the
Yeah. Where's
burden.
that coming from? Yeah.
Ima- the
Are they we
burden of
gonna
those.
yeah, gonna happen to us? That's what they're thinking, yeah.
Yeah, that, well,
And
those
I can tell.
emotional burden that these people, these little souls have been sitting with, like being, this is a burden that they have every day. It's not safe.
Yeah, it's not safe.
So
It's terrible.
really, it
Yeah.
is, we've created, those arms, those guns have created a vicious cycle of constantly responding to being terrified. You're never
Yeah,
safe.
it's not a good way to go. Yeah. It's not
So
good
this is a
for 'em.
moment where we get a chance to evolve out of that. So
Yeah.
hopefully we do.
hmm Too many of them are not aware. They're more aware. They know it's all right. It's gonna be all right.
This is the last year of the Forerunner. Okay, there's the
Mm-hmm.
many of us that no matter how little work you do with certain people or a lot of work with certain people, and you just do it. Okay, no matter what, it has an impact. Okay,
Yeah.
the
Right.
4-1, this is over after the 2025, next year Aries comes in. We're not going to be part of that anymore. Those are we're going to be part of it, but the new group of world servers that is coming on. Okay, you're going to
hmm
see the Scorpio souls, the Sagittarius soul, the Capricorn soul coming in. It's just going to
hmm
be, uh, we're lucky. We're very lucky we get to experience that knowledge.
Yeah. Before we're gone, we get to see what's happening.
It might help us
hmm
not to condemn them so quickly, you know.
It's true.
And so this week is going to be like, yeah, remember we are in a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not good. I don't like another week of that. Yeah. It's gonna
we are.
be.
It is what it is. Okay, and
Yeah.
then we're going to see Pluto is going to be retrograde. There's going to be a lot of planets by the end of next week. More planets are going to be retrogrades. Remember, still, as we arrive closer to September 1st, okay, where Pluto is going to dip into Capricorn,
hmm
it's going to be a Awi. Okay,
Yeah.
but we're prepared for that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We know the next week's gonna be better after, so we gotta get through that week.
Oh, it's very interesting. Another thing I want to show you. Um, let's go see if I can find that. I was looking at the Moria Federation. Um,
hmm
yeah, this. So, one thing, how we have talked about Jeffrey and the evolutionary, when
Right.
you look at
Yeah.
when you look at the esoteric patterns, it's, even that's a lot where I see Jeffrey has taken this. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Because this
good.
has been out a long time ago. Okay. The,
hmm
so the
Yeah. But.
sun or ascended in Capricorn with the fourth ray
hmm
is, the what's coming true right now.
Right.
And remember, a lot of selfish, self-centered, self-serving humans right now.
Oh, I see a lot of them out there. Yep. That's the truth.
Okay. And there's a lot of deviation. You're going to see a lot of struggle being confronted this in the next couple of weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that's going to do, Capricorn promotes containment. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a very good month to contain what we find deficient. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
put
Yeah.
it in a box and reprocess it. Okay,
Right.
there's a that's where you can do a lot of sorting of things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Pay attention to your internal conflicts, like I've had all month.
Yeah.
And those are internal conflicts that are yours. Okay, don't go
Mm.
project them on the world. They haven't done anything to you in that side, in that sense.
Yeah, okay. All righty.
Those are the
Mm-hmm.
old things that you have that you have to deal with,
Right.
and don't react to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you find yourself reactive, just isolate yourself for a while. And
Back it up. Yeah, back it
yeah,
up.
yeah, there's no reason for it. You're trained not to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Come to your common sense, right?
Yeah, because that first set of energy that way, they're really um, show the show of strength hiding in inner weaknesses. It's
Mm.
they're not going to do very well with that. Okay, you have to.
No.
This is a moment where cancer is birth. Okay, the rebirth of
Mm.
authenticity, the
Right.
rebirth of truth
To be
within
authentic,
yourself,
right? To be authentic, right?
the rebirth of genuinity for your inner core.
Yes.
You're in charge of that.
Right. You're in charge of yourself. Nobody else is, right?
That's it. But this is what Cancer solstice means. Remember, the opposition, like the sun is so this is a earth grounding energy
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of water around it, gives it a good
Mm-hmm.
mud, and it sets. Okay.
That's a lot of steam right now.
Okay. So we
Mm-hmm.
can't allow pessimism to come in. There's no reason for it.
Yeah. It's easy to get it though, right now with the way things
Yeah, but
are.
you've been trained, Renee.
I know.
And you know what? You know that everything works out always for the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying for the best, okay? For the lesson.
Yeah, I see the pessimism there. They just go back one, go down a little bit more.
We are also
Yeah.
on a cardinal cross right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You are a cardinal cross. I'm a cardinal. So, this is like this is sad. These are events for the cardinal energy to just be fine with. All right. Now I
Okay.
want you to read here. Are you sharing the screen with me?
Yes.
Advanced human being, aspirant, disciple, people that understand their internality, and themselves. Additionally, were relevant, combine ascendant sign with the ray of personality or the ray of the soul. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where you want to start evaluating yourself, Renee. And when you're looking at your ascendant, right, you can use the quality of that ascendant
A
and go.
Scorpio, yeah.
That Scorpio ascendant is like, I understand pain and sacrifice like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really.
They are very good. They are very good psychologists. They are very
Mm-hmm.
good, social workers. Mental affliction can also afflict them very easily,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Bipolar energy happens
Oh,
there.
yes. There's a
And
lot of that's coming out now. The
yeah, a
bipolar.
lot of bipolar energy comes in, and it's very quick right now. Okay, it's like, and the descendant is the personality that you were in a previous time, right?
Right.
And
That's right. So I was a Scorpio last time around. Is that what it's trying to say?
Your descendant or your ascendant?
My ascendant.
Your ascendant. Well, I'm going to look. I'm not going to ask. If I go look here, where's Renee? Renee. It's right here. I finally erased that other one.
Oh, good. 47. Yeah, that's the right one.
So, so no, your ascendant is Virgo, honey. No, Scorpio.
Scorpio. Yeah,
Ascendant
Scorpio.
Scorpio, and then you have
And
your
Jupiter and the moon in that
and
too.
you have your
Yeah.
descendant in Taurus. Okay, very,
Mm-hmm.
but usually Scorpio and Taurus. Yeah. So, okay, you've had the comfort, and you understand, and you brought with you, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that stability. Because Taurus is what keeps me stable, what
Right.
keeps me at a value where I can actually produce, right?
Yeah.
Uh, what are my talents that I can always count on? Taurus, you are self-reliant in many
Yeah.
ways. If it comes to it, you'll figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Might take a bit, but it will.
yeah, you might not like the getting out of your comfort zone.
No, I
Okay.
don't like to get out of the comfort
That
zone.
Taurus descendant personality, you can see that. and
Mm-hmm.
and then you look at this Mercury energy there. You have also the energy going down with that personality that you've lived before through, is that you
Yeah.
don't like the when volatility comes in it. Okay,
No,
so that Mercury sign that is
that's
ringing about that is can bother you in the next few weeks. Okay.
okay. Good.
So because it is a potent energy, honey.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
And that Scorpio ascendant, that is what you have to use sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
that you don't like,
No.
to go in the pity party part, or helping somebody else, being in a pity party part,
Right.
approving somebody else, to say, oh, poor dear, when you know better than you
Mhm.
should.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You're just doing it just to keep the momentum like that. Okay, no change here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yeah.
the fact that, okay, this is not really authentic, but it's comfort. It's comfy. Okay, don't mess with it.
Yeah. Don't mess with it is right. Yeah. I know
So
that. Yeah.
there's a lot of challenge happening with that right now, Renee, in your chart. Okay,
Uh,
and
yeah.
so
I know. I feel it a lot. Yeah.
it's what makes us bipolar sometimes. Okay,
Yeah. It
but
makes you mad, and it feels like you're gonna go nuts. Right.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not bipolar when you know that you're having that internal battle with yourself, and you are going to resolve it. You
Yeah.
don't need meds for that. It's just that you
Mm,
finally found yourself in a
yeah.
place of conflict for you to grow from.
Yes.
Okay. And there's always somebody like me to speak to, or you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
that can point, this is why it's happening for a little while. Don't
Mm,
worry, this too will pass.
yeah. We'll pass. Just to be have patience to get through it. That's my Aries that doesn't have patience.
Well, with the ascendant in Scorpio,
Yeah.
okay,
I can handle it.
that's what yeah, you're definitely can. Okay, you've got the pedal to the metal.
Yes, that's right.
except that except that old personality that you feel very comfy with, that Thorian energy of don't don't turn the fan in my space. Okay,
Sign, yeah, saying that, get out of here.
don't put the air in don't put the fan in my space. Don't
Yeah,
don't blind me with the air. I don't want to know about it right now. I'm happy. So
that's
just
that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly how I feel about it.
so the beauty of it is, okay, you know about it. Okay, so you
Yeah.
just move yourself out of the position.
Right. It's
And if you
always a
can,
way to get out. Yeah.
yeah, if you can, there's always under your pillow.
Okay. Put your head under the pillow.
Like go literally under your pillow and take a nap. You're going to be rejuvenated, and when you come back, you'll have an answer.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing. Okay.
Remember that I feel good in Taurus. Like I'm self-reliant. I understand what I need, what my necessities are provided for me. I understand all that. But the nap is going to take when you feel that kind of strange. That
Yeah.
nap is going to tap into that energy and just dissipate it. Okay, it's going to give
Yeah.
you what you were looking
Yeah.
for when you wake up.
That's
It
right.
is
You
your
can.
intrusive activity that comes in because Mercury is there and say, okay, you asked for it. Here's my delivery of what you should think.
That's right. Go this direction.
So go
Okay.
that direction and take that step out of there so that that's going to be your new comfort zone.
Right. That's right. So then you're in a new comfort zone.
Yeah, because you took
Hmm.
care of the situation. So,
Yeah.
and this is what very much what's happening with you that I see. Yeah, that
Wow. Thanks. I gave you the good news. At least I know this, that I get through it.
you are going to get through it. It's
Yeah.
magnificent, but with more consciousness that are going to be living consciousness. Not, oh, is that what you mean by consciousness? No, you're consciously going to be living that. Because you're going
Right.
to you're trained to do that.
Right. That's right.
Okay, the education that we take every day at just living that journey that we're living. Okay, we
Hmm.
train ourselves to like it or dislike it.
Yeah.
It's
What's the
not easy.
alternative? You have to get through it. So,
It's like I want new glasses. Okay, yay! Now figure it out.
how
So
are you gonna
it's
do it? Yeah.
and how do you do things? That
Hmm.
are valid and not stupid.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. You got to go with the valid things.
Yeah. Why would you stress you know the state of the world today? The state of your life today.
Mm-hmm.
How much stress can you add onto it?
Right. Why should you? Yeah. This.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the beauty of when you know your astrology. When
Yeah.
this is that you can prevent going bipolar.
Yeah. Off the deep end. Right.
Just use you become
Yeah.
bifocal that way.
That's we need to do that then to get through it. Yeah.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
It's like that vision test I was taking this morning. Okay, these
Right. Yeah.
it's like what do you want to do? So, but like I can see, becoming bipolar totally extreme, but bifocal, we can learn to adjust the site we're in.
That's right. Yeah. You're right about that one. Yeah. There's always an answer. You just got to find it. So.
And it's in us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God, we're going to the biggest. Remember, it's the last year of the Forerunner.
Wow.
Every
Is it ever really?
this
Wow.
is so cool. Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
we actually achieve a moment of life that's going to be spoken of in the future
All
generations,
right. We're gonna be in history, right?
and we're it.
We're it, right?
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to make some of it say, well, at least they tried.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
Some of them put a good effort in it.
You have to. Yeah.
Anyway,
I
Renee,
know. Yeah.
I
Well,
think this.
thank you for that, and it was a good lesson today.
What? What?
Yeah, it was a good lesson today.
Oh yeah, that was just me. That was like just knowing. Yeah, that's it's just I'm feeling like I was saying when I had lost all motivation this month. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't get in. There was like it was not. I was sick than death a couple of days for a couple of
Yeah,
days,
it was rough for you. Yeah, it really was.
and I was like, oh, okay,
What am I
do
gonna
something.
do? Yeah, you gotta go some way. Like it's gotta change. But it's
Well,
not
yeah,
for another week. Yeah. I hope
but
you
it.
don't get that humidity like you had. That was so awful. That you were so
Oh
sick
yeah, it's
from.
like I keep everybody from me away from me that way because it's like, no, no, no. It's like I'm at that, when we get to that level of that balloon that's going to go all over the place if it gets spoke.
It's right. Don't poke the balloon. Stay out of the poking of the balloon.
Yeah. So my beautiful Renee, thank you. We speak on. Or how did you like our little Freya?